this already.
Never sleep again.
Huh? What?
Hey Creep Shows, I'm Brooke Laurent, and in this episode, I'm here to haunt your dreams. Today we're talking Wes Craven's 1984 low-budget banger, A Nightmare on Elm Street.
I'm gonna split you in two.
Oh. Nearly all of the movies we talk about on Terror in the Tropics can be found on Netflix, but you will need to be able to access Netflix's global library. It's so cheap. Click the link to watch our how-to video and thank me later. In the realm of horror pictures, few names are as iconic and chilling as Freddy Krueger. With his burnt face, razor fingers, and his ability to invade dreams, he became the stuff of nightmares for an entire generation of moviegoers, inspiring countless sequels, spin-offs, and even a television series. A Nightmare on Elm Street, directed by horror master Wes Craven, stands as a cornerstone of the 80s slasher genre, blending psychological terror with really inventive scares, including some cool pre-CGI effects. It is believed that the film was made for $1.1 million US and ended its theatrical run around $25 million. Cha-ching! So at first glance, Springwood, Ohio seems like any other sleepy American town. But lurking beneath its suburban facade is a dark secret. Fred Krueger, a nightmarishly grotesque freak who wears a glove with long razor-sharp knives for fingers, haunts the dreams of the town's teenagers.
Dude's living the dream.
Freddy is played by classically trained actor Robert Englund, who goes on to play him over another 7 films before passing to a new generation. When Nancy Thompson, played by then virtually unknown Heather Langenkamp, and her friends started experiencing terrifying nightmares featuring Freddy, they realized that staying awake is the only way to survive. But in a world where sleep is inevitable.
They don't stand a chance.
Well, Nancy is a resourceful and determined heroine who refuses to be a victim.
Hey, speaking of heroin,
Wrong kind of heroine, and we'll get to that.
somebody on this set riding the galloping horse? Living the Buena Loca, huh? That sack Jack? You run the junk ragweed.
We will get to that. Unlike many horror protagonists, Nancy isn't content to cower in fear. She actively seeks out the truth behind Freddy's existence and devises ingenious traps to stop him, all the while incessantly drinking coffee to stay awake. So much. At one point, you see her pull a coffee pot out from under her bed, and it was already on.
Of course it was on. How do you expect the coffee to be hot? What about you? You looking for that cafe, amiga? Ese negro Tomasa, white girl?
Okay, fine. One of Nancy's friends is Rod Lane, played by Jesus Garcia. Once during an interview with Heather Langenkamp, she stated that she originally thought Garcia was giving the performance of a lifetime during his jail scene. He was crazed, his eyes were watery and not focused. He was really selling it. But later, Garcia admitted that his recent homelessness and depression led him to heroin use, and that he was high during that scene. Happy?
Yup!
While we're on supporting actors, Johnny Depp plays the role of Nancy's boyfriend, Glenn. Charlie Sheen was originally cast, but he wanted more money than the budget could allow. After being recommended to Craven by a friend, it was actually Wes Craven's 14-year-old daughter and one of her friends that convinced her director father to cast Johnny. He showed the girls a few headshots, and they quickly chose Johnny. Craven said that he thought Johnny looked like he needed a bath, but the daughter and friend replied, "No, he's beautiful."
I'd give him the manure vice pack monkey covered grease for that's for sure.
What sets A Nightmare on Elm Street apart from other horror films of its time is its reliance on psychological terror rather than cheap jump scares. The true horror in this film lies in the uncertainty of what's real and what's merely a dream. Wes Craven had a background in academia, with his doctorate in philosophy. He taught before going into the film industry.
Academia? What about that 5-year foray into porn?
Okay, there will be porn, The story goes, in the time between some of his lesser profitable first films, he, using a pseudonym, worked in pornography and possibly directed the films that were at the time credited to a fake name, Abe Snake. He is also rumored to have been involved in one of the first pornographic films to feature a plot, character development, and relatively high production values. The famous flick, Deep Throat.
Oh, this is too good.
More than 3 decades after its release, A Nightmare on Elm Street remains a cultural megalith. Freddy Krueger is an enduring icon of horror. His burnt face and razor glove are instantly recognizable to audiences around the world. Now, Wes Craven wasn't involved as much in the franchise past the first film, and you can tell. And I know Freddy goes on to be pretty campy, but the first installment is different. It's genuinely scary.
Pretty scary, but that was the point, wasn't it?
The end sequence is generally the only arguable scene, but it wasn't the work of Wes Craven as much as it was the film's producer, Robert Shaye, who is also the founder of New Line Cinema. Wes Craven says he regrets the final scene, but it sets the film up for the sequel, which was Shaye's goal. My opinion, I think that the scene is profoundly the Freddy Krueger that the world would come to love.
Me too. I think he nailed it.
Watch tonight by clicking the link below. And let us know what you think of the ending. Oh, and sweet dreams. Enjoy! If you're a member of Netflix Global, you know what to do. To learn more about Netflix Global and how to access all of these movies via Netflix, click this video. Or, for more of me tonight, touch right here.